Now, one of the guardians of the Gulf has left us. Tony Amos, the founder and director of the Animal Rehabilitation Keep in Port Aransas, passed away yesterday in San Antonio.
That's right. He was 80 years old and had battled pancreatic cancer for quite some time. His passing is an irreplaceable loss for the people of the coastal bend and for the marine life that he dedicated his life to.
I do see a bird here, by the way. That is.
There was nothing complicated about Tony Amos. He loved marine life, both avian and aquatic, and the study of man's impact on their habitats.
So I count birds, but I also count cars, dogs, helicopters, disturbing things that might disturb the bird population or affect it one way or another.
And his life's work on coastal bend beaches was recognized in lots of ways. In September 2015, the city of Port Aransas renamed a stretch of sand after him as Tony Amos Beach. The guardian of the Gulf, as he was often known, began his career as a research assistant back in 1963. In 1976, he was hired at the UT Marine Science Center in Port Aransas, and it proved to be a life-changing move.
I've had a long and very adventurous and interesting career in the ocean, in dealing with the ocean and the creatures of the ocean, and it has been a lifetime. And I'm so glad that it happened that way.
After he retired from the Marine Science Center, Amos went on to found the Animal Rehabilitation Keep in Port Aransas. His efforts earned him recognition from his peers and even Texas Monthly magazine. In 1996, the publication named him one of the most influential people in Texas. And in November of 2016, the Coastal Bend Bays and Estuaries program honored his work to protect our Gulf beaches.
Apparently I'm getting what's called the Legacy Award, and I think what that means is because I've been doing this for an absurdly long period of time, in fact, nearly 40 years I've been doing this, you see. So maybe this is my legacy that I'm going to leave.
His resume and career would be the envy of any PhD. And here's a surprising fact you may not have known about Tony Amos. He had no college degree. He was a self-taught man. And the vast knowledge he gathered, his hundreds of scientific publications, all stemmed from his keen fascination with the marine life that he studied and protected. And when he received high honors for his professional accomplishments just a few years ago, he was truly moved.
It's extraordinary what it means to me. I mean, it was a real surprise, and I'm very humbled by it.
For decades, this guardian of the Gulf began his day with a stroll on the beach, looking and counting. And he'll forever be a part of his beloved oceans when his ashes are scattered at sea. He leaves behind a legacy of knowledge and love for the environment, and a lesson in a life well lived, even in the face of an illness that eventually claimed his life.
Life is generally, if you look upon it the right way, it's a fairly positive entity. So I have to, otherwise I'd go moping around, and I'm not going to do that, and I'm still going to do what I've always done.